Oh, yes, this just might happen. Hull City just might squeak into the playoffs, but it is now a must win, isn't it, Will?
Just a little bit, yeah. Every game is a must win.
We're going to talk about the QPR game. We're also going to preview and ask Will about the Watford game to come. We're going to join by a Watford fan to get his view on all things Hull as well. And we're going to look at the players out of contract and whether or not Will thinks they are deserving of a new one for the new season. And Will, there's quite a lot of changes coming for Hull, isn't there? So we'll get into that in a second. First of all, the QPR game. Just walk us through that. It looked on paper and looking at the highlights as if most straightforward 3 points that you'll ever get at home.
Well, to be fair, at the end of the game, it was. I think it's more the first few, let's say 10 minutes at least. They were looking a bit dangerous towards us. We were a bit. I was a bit nervous, but knowing full well we would get the 3 points. I just think it was more now down to Rafinha's done what he said, which is let the players play. We have, and they've shown us. We are now, as one of the things is, we are now entertained. We've got 3 points at home, clean sheet as well, which is quite nice. And yeah, I'm very happy with the performance from everyone, really.
Yeah, just about that clean sheet as well. Ryan Alsop has come in for a tremendous amount of stick from Hull fans. Is it unfair?
Um, no, a lot. It is fair because he was brought in to be a player, like a keeper, to be playing out from the back, and he has done well. But a few of the passes are very wayward sometimes, and I think he could do with a bit more. I think a bit more leadership in the back to help him. I think Greaves has done well to help him, but with Greaves being out, he was wayward completely. Like, didn't have anyone helping him at all, to be quite honest. And I think if he's actually going to be a better keeper, then he needs Greaves there or somebody like-minded all the time to tell him, right, out this way, go that way. Even a few times he fired it forward for us, and even that was amazing. Some of the shots there, he really got us firing forward, which I was very happy with.
Do you need a new goalkeeper for the new season?
No, because I think we've got Pandora that's been sat on the bench. He's going to be I think, mixing keeper with Ryan Alsop as well. I think we will lose Ingram in the summer, so that's okay. And we have got a very good youth keeper as well coming back. We also have the French keeper that we have out on loan at the moment, who's doing very well at, I want to say Doncaster or Peterborough. I can't remember which one it is. But he's out there on a really good loan spell. So we've got a few keepers that are potentially coming back from loan spells that will do well to maybe get maybe a cup run possibly.
Okay. All right. Well, good that you've won at home. It's something that you haven't been doing recently. Last time Watford played you, of course, it was at your place and they won. It's a fantastic game, actually, if I remember it rightly. Let's bring in our Watford fan and get his view on that particular game and what sort of Watford side you can expect to find this Saturday. Hi, Aaron. How are you?
Yeah, great. Thanks. How are you?
Yeah, you remember your trip to Hull this year?
Yeah, I do. It was in sort of a Banner Ishmael hot streak, so it's a very different Watford side to who you'll see Saturday. Obviously, Wesley Hoop pulled out a bit of a rabbit out of the hat to win that one. Don't think you'll see many like that. But yeah, no, it was a good performance. But I think Hull have got a lot better since then.
Yeah, it was a stunning goal, wasn't it? So you won't see every single week. Aaron, disappointment obviously against Southampton at the weekend. Very dodgy, fortuitous goal that won it for them in added time. And without that, Watford would still be, I think, unbeaten, wouldn't they, under Cleverley? So this is not going to be a walkover for Hull in any way, shape, or form, is it?
I hope not. I think it's visible in these last few games that the players are really playing for him, even though our season is completely over. So no, I think he's still searching for that home win too. I think Cleverley himself really would like to win in front of the home fans. Look, I think Hull obviously come in with much more to play for and probably better form still. But no, I don't think we'll make it easy for them.
Yeah. Coventry are now out of it, Will. Preston are now out of it. So it is now, looking at the table, either you or Norwich in that final spot. Would you agree with that?
I agree, but also there's been a little few words going around that West Brom are going to be the ones that are going to drop a few points as well. So potentially they could be the ones coming into 7th. Norwich could go 5th and we take 6th. So I'll take that one.
Okay. All right. And of course, we all know what happens when Hull go into the playoffs. Let's get some score predictions from you both then, and then we'll ask you about these players out of contract. Aaron, you can go first.
Like I said, I don't think we're going to make it easy for them, but I do think Hull are going to be up for it, and I think since January, the quality of player they have, it probably rivals some of the teams that are further in the playoffs. I think we're going to give it a good go, but I think they will edge it. I think we'll lose 2-1.
2-1. Will?
I was actually going to go for 2-2, to be honest. It's going to be tough for us. Don't get me wrong, away form will be better than home form, but I still think that we do need to be a bit more clinical up front away as well as at home, because Leeds, we did well to get the goal, but I think, to be fair, we do need a few more, but I think it will be 2-2.
Do you think you're going to do it, Will?
I'd like to say we would. I really would. But then again, it's like you look at, do we want to go up and then potentially lose some of the players, like you said, in the contracts? Then I don't know. It depends on how we want to play it. I think we'd love to go up, but I think we could potentially come straight back down. I can't see it being brilliant. It's a 5-year plan that June said, and we've still got a couple of years left on that. So let's maybe stick it out, just miss out on the playoffs, and then go for it next year.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Aaron, for joining us on The Whole View. All right, well, let's have a look then at all these players which are likely to be out of contract. Then there's a significant amount, just about the same as Birmingham City, actually. So you two are looking to ring the changes. All right, let's go through the loan players then. Crikey. First of all, thank you for transfermarket.com for allowing us to share this. Who are you going to be breaking the bank for to sign in those loan players?
Honestly, I'd like to see us break the bank for probably Delap and potentially, everyone says Caballo as well. I would like us to maybe keep either Morton or Ziora as well.
Okay. Let's talk about the centre forwards then that are out of contract and have probably seen limited game time because of the players you've just mentioned. Aaron Connolly and Billy Sharp, first of all, are both out of contract come the end of June. Did they get extensions?
Honestly, I can't see them getting extensions. I think Aaron Connolly, again, he had a lot of injuries and a little bit of family problems a bit way through the season, so he missed a lot. I think you could see him leaving. Billy Sharp, he only got a 6-month contract anyway. I think he was there just to bolster in case of injuries, and also we didn't know at the time about Delap. So I think that was kind of a cover for that one, just in case toward the end of the season. Okay. We know Billy Sharp is good, so potentially he could be the one to come on and get us a couple of goals when we need them.
All right. Anybody else on that list then that you'd be absolutely making sure you force their hand on a signature?
Honestly, I'd like him to keep Doherty because he is a good workhorse. Again, he's not had a lot of game time, and Adama Traore. Keep them both because they are good. They are good squad players. Bring them on. They do pull in a shift.
It's amazing you talk about Traore as being a squad player now, isn't it? When we neutrals would imagine him that he'd fit into any good championship side, wouldn't he?
Oh, definitely. I agree with that. I think it's more if we get Caballo ahead of him, then that's where it will be ahead of him. If we get Traore instead, then fantastic. We'll keep Traore.
And financially, Hull can have a good summer.
Yeah, unfortunately. I say unfortunately. I think we will do, and I think it is going to be. If we don't go up, then we will lose. We will lose Greaves, and I think we'll lose Philogene. If we don't break the bank to keep them, that's the potential there. So instead of signing the players I've just mentioned, they could potentially say, "Oh, let's keep the players that are big value to get us back into the Premier League." Okay. That could be the one there, unless they sell them to then bring in other players to help us get back up in the next season.
Yeah, Jacob Greaves is Premier League bound, isn't he? Regardless, given us in the
Yeah.
in the EFL Team of the Year as well. Congratulations to him. He's been absolutely
True.
immense, hasn't he? Okay. All right. Well, thanks for joining us on the whole view. And we've got you've got a couple more fixtures left to go. Next week we're going to be reviewing the final away games and home games of the season. Good luck against Watford. And
Thank you very much.
yeah, we will catch you next week. Where it may get just a little bit more juicy for the Tigers.
Definitely get tasty toward the end. Definitely.
Thanks for joining us. See you next week on Toast Talk.